scare you. I've never in my career ever seen bodies loaded into a tractor trailer. It just doesn't happen. I wonder if those were even bodies. I really don't believe it. All of this stuff is fake. Okay? Look at our ventilators. And let's talk about ventilators and why there would be a shortage of ventilators. Well, this is non-invasive ventilation here, CPAP or BiPAP. This is a mask that gets strapped on you, and we can help you breathe with that. We're not allowed to use those. Okay? We're finally opening up to where we can use them a little bit, but for the most part, since COVID came out, they said absolutely not. That's going to cause the virus to spread all over the place by spraying aerosols everywhere, and so we can't use it. You have to let the patient crash and go straight to a ventilator. Okay? Traditionally, that's not the way we would treat a patient. We also have aerosolized medications, bronchodilators. We're not allowed to use those either. So everything that we would traditionally do, we're not allowed to do. Every patient that comes in, no matter what their history, is labeled a COVID under investigation. So if that patient dies, that becomes a COVID death. Okay? So there's a lot of weird things going on. When it comes to the testing itself, I've been looking at this for about a month now, but you can also look for yourself. They were open about it on CBS News the other night. They're not testing for a virus. Like if you get sick, you go to the hospital, traditionally you get tested for flu A and B. Flu A, by the way, is H1N1, the one that killed everybody in 2008. They'll test you for RSV. Those are actual viruses that they will test you for. This COVID test is different. They're testing for an RNA sequence from a reaction to the virus. And look this up. Please look it up. They're not testing for a virus. There's not one test that tests for a virus. Okay? Then they put it in a PCR. It's a PCR test, which means it amplifies it. So if there's any one little shred of that RNA sequence from a damaged cell in your lungs or in your nasal passage, you're going to test positive. Now, that can come from cancer, that can come from radiation, that can come from several things. So, and then you hear all this talk on the news about antibody therapy and all this other kind of stuff, people wanting to donate plasma, everything else, but they're not talking about the virus itself. They're not testing for the virus itself, and that's a big, big issue, because that makes you say, well, is this as infectious